All right, hey, welcome back to the channel, y'all. It's been a minute. This is a record only. This is not a live stream. Um, Couple things that I've noticed in the group me chat about adjusting timestamps, and it's not something that I knew right away. It's not something a lot of people know at all that you can even do. But you can change your timestamps with Amazon Relay, and screen recorded this morning. Here's the situation. I'm talking with a new guy in the group me chat that had a situation the other day that was however it worked. He was on time to his first stop or second stop or whatever the case was. He was on time, but when he got to where he had to go to the next stop to his destination, he ran into traffic, and now he's got to go through a dispute, and he's got to do all of that other stuff that just kind of gets out. It can really easily get out of hand. So what I did this morning, I got a guy that leases on to me. He uses my numbers to book work through Amazon, and we got our deal cut with each other, and he's doing a really great job. But there's times where situations come up that I know a little bit more than he does. Not that he didn't know how to do this, because I've taught him as well. But I went ahead and to get a screen record when I woke up this morning. I looked on the trips page just to see what he was up to last night, checked the notes and stuff like that, and saw that there was a red clock. If you don't know what a red clock is, I'll explain it in a minute when I pull up the video, because I did do a screen record and I was going to send it to this guy in the chat, but it took 10 minutes to do it. I'll walk you guys through this while it's playing, so you kind of get a grasp of what's going on. But anyway, this is how to change timestamps within Amazon Relay. I do want to say this real quick. I like to use, and I may reference it if I have time. I guess in 10 minutes I'll have plenty of time. But I like to use the app hand in hand with the website when I do timestamps, add notes to the trip, anything like that I like that I end up doing throughout the night. I will always use both of them hand in hand. I use the app for a clear picture of times, arrival times, SAT, which is standard arrival time, SDT, standard departure time. I like to see them clearly. And anybody that knows, on an iPhone, when you swipe up and hold it, it'll show all the pages you have open. And I'm the one that clears them out all the time, except for the app. Even when I'm done with the website portion of it, I swipe up and I clear out my Google Chrome. But I keep the two of them hand in hand while I'm making notes. I use the website specifically just for making notes during my trips, and to change timestamps. And this is a little screen record I did this morning, and I'll show you. I did a second screen record later, which will follow this one, to show that it does work. Todd from Stat Trucking, he has a video. I'll leave it in the link below in the description. I'll leave the link in the description below of the video he has showing you how to check your performance score after every run you make. Super simple, but I'll leave his video, but I also just have a quick video of how to go in, and I'll explain that as we go through as well. Let's get started right here, man. All right, so the first video, we're gonna add this one up here to the stage real quick, and as it plays through, this is me on Google Chrome. The hamburger menu on the top left. Go to the trips page. You can see the red dot and the red clock right there where the 3 is. So what I did was, let's see, I should be clicking on that one. Look at the notes that are made. Load's not ready, so they adjusted the trip with an empty. All right, I'm gonna pause this right here. When they adjust the trip with an empty, what'll happen is you'll see the timestamps in a minute that are original on here. And what happens is when they do it, let's say your arrival time is 0200 in the morning, and you get there at 0150. Your departure time is 0230, and you're supposed to be taking a load. Well, one of two things is going to happen. If that load doesn't become available, they're going to send you a bobtail. They're going to cancel the load if it's the last leg of it or the only leg of it, or they're going to send you and change it to an empty. They're going to change that load, to an empty. A lot of people like empties. I don't mind it one way or another. It is what it is. But when they change it, what they don't do is change the timestamps with it. So it puts this red clock, that red clock that you saw, it puts that red clock up there, and that's what we're getting rid of. So because they will tell you quick. You see right here, to the right of that leg, and there it is right there. His arrival time is, I can't even see it. There you go, 038, and it's showing that he got there at 0532, which is not true. He had been there, and I'm about to show you how I know this. You go to the one above it, R87, 5R87. Come on, Billy, get to it. Now, keep in mind, man, I had literally just opened my eyes this morning when I saw this. I guess I'm more or less trying to wake up. Here we go. So you can see right here that, at 0335, he was on time for 0438. All right, so he's obviously there with a Y check-in. That Y plus means the yard checked him in. He didn't do it manually. And then you go back and you see that the yard checked him in again while he's on site at ORF2 at 5:32 in the morning. We got to fix that. So the red means it's been an investigation. Melvin made some notes of, and what we're going to do right here, let me pause this. Let me go back real quick, just a hair. Let's go back to that. Wait for it to pull back up. All right, what we're looking at right here. You always want to make sure that the very top line up there, the 115KFSVSQ, that is your load ID number. That's when you pull in and they ask you for the last four of your VRID. That is the last four, so SVSQ would be the last four. Which one are you changing? You're changing the arrival time. That's what we want to change. For what reason do we want to change that? And you'll see this in a second. It's got a drop-down menu of tons of different options. Not all of them are going to get you clear. If your truck breaks down, that's on you. I had a situation in the past where DOT pulled me over in a weigh scale and made me late get into my next stop. By the time the tour was finished, I was, I think, 3 hours ahead of schedule. But that didn't matter. I didn't know then how to go in and change timestamps. There is a DOT inspection spot up here that I'd be curious to see if I get pulled again and I'm late getting to another one, if that actually works and you can change it that way. Select the reason, and then you're gonna go down and you'll see me go through this. So we'll go ahead and hit play. You select the date and what time. So he was there at, what did I say? Let's see. We're gonna go with right here, and here's me going back and forth. I believe, if I remember this correct. Scheduling there is what we're gonna end up with. Right there under the hours of service. But any of these right here, you can, here's me going back to double check my time to make sure that I got his time correct. I should be pulling it up. I think I try to pull it up on the app, and the app just doesn't work. So I'm looking at that. I probably didn't get those numbers right a while ago when I said it. But there's his notes. Outbound guard shack is crowded. I don't know if that was his note or not. I'm assuming. But either way, it all works out in the end. So we're gonna figure out the time. We're gonna figure out the times. I know this is slow, man, and I apologize. But this video is well worth it. So stick around to the end. You won't regret it. This is me making notes. You can see, this is how you make. If you don't know how to make notes, it could be another video. But if you go to your trips page, look down at the bottom, you got the little comment bubble. It's the little circle with the thing on, like you used to see in the comic books. Go to your trips page, tap on that, and you can add your notes in that way. But it's going to ask you at the top right there. You see it. Here I go again. Let's see. What do I end up doing right here? And again, y'all, I apologize. I think I'm just getting my times correct. Zooming in so that way I can switch back and forth, and you'll see that in a minute. And you'll see how I add the notes to that. But down below that, if I go any further, there it is right there in the middle to the right of the money sign and left of the location sign. You'll see that little comment bubble. If you tap on that, it'll bring you to what I'm doing right now, which is making notes. And we can add a couple of notes so that way it's in there, excuse me. Some people won't add notes. Some people do add notes. I'm notorious for just adding the dumbest stuff. You just saw me take a screenshot. That's in case something happens and I can show that he was there on time. He's there on time with a wild check in. I screenshot that in case I have to do a dispute. Always screenshot everything you do. So I go in here and I like to take, when I'm making personal notes, this is in my other guy's, this is in his trips page. So, being it's not him, I always put, if I'm making notes, I'll put carrier note and the semicolon, colon, whichever one of the 2 dots. If I'm on my own run and I want to make notes, always write in all caps so that way there's no confusion on who's making these notes. When I do mine, it doesn't take long to do it. I would suggest, it would work in your favor. You may never have to use it, but it would definitely work in your favor if there's clear representation of who made this note or any notes in yours. And I always put Riddle Transport up on mine, say Riddle Transport note, just like you see right here, what's this carrier note. And this is me again because I'm just waking up and I got a terrible memory anyway. So I'm just back and forth, making sure I don't get anything wrong. I want to see my times. Don't worry about my Facebook. I probably should have cleared that out before I was screen recording. But again, like everybody else, you grab your phone first thing when you open your eyes and you start looking at Facebook or something useless instead of getting your ass out of the bed and going for a walk, much like I need to do things like that instead of looking at Facebook. I'm always on Marketplace trying to find used golf clubs, golf carts that are tore up and don't work. Not that I've done it yet, but I'm always looking. I want to rebuild a golf cart. But you can see right here. All right, so this is my note to ROC or whoever's looking at it. Please correct red clock to black via Amazon scheduling error. The driver was on site at ROF2 at 03:35 for standard arrival time, SAT 04:38. Driver stated load was not available for pickup by standard departure time, SDT of 05:09. ROC changed trailer to empty after SDT, never changing, updated. Let's see what I don't even know what I came up with. Updating leg times. Timestamps. Let's see. Yeah, this is interesting. This is new to me too, y'all. So, I'm watching it for the first time back. Let's see. Does it even make sense? Never change it, updated leg times to coincide with this. I guess that makes sense with this move. No, let's go back with this new move. There you go. Let's add, more keywords because it's all AI based. Carrier will be updating timestamps. Uh-oh. I'll be updating timestamps for the driver to even out. Then you can read with me. Yeah. But if you're looking at it on the phone, you can't really see it. So, carrier will be updating timestamps for driver to even out the red clock. If any issues, and I like to put this when I'm writing the notes in my other guys' trips, I always ask them to call me, not him. That's my phone number. I probably shouldn't put that up there, but you know what? I run a business. If you need something hauled, call your boy Riddle Transport. If we can't do it, we'll figure it out. Do not call my guy. Call me. All right, so what we're looking at right here, let's go back. Let's make sure we finish the notes first, and then I'll read the whole thing for anybody watching on a phone. All right, so what I found a load ID, put that in there. And this is just making the notes. This isn't changing the timestamps just yet. The notes in the trip say, please, carry a note. Please correct red clock to black via Amazon scheduling error. Driver was on site at ORF2 at 03:35 for SAT of 04:38. Driver stated load was not available for pickup by SDT 05:09. ROC changed trailer to empty after SDT, never changing updated leg times to coincide with this new move. Carrier will be updating timestamps for driver to even out the red clock. If any issues with ROC, please call carrier at my number. Do not call driver. He is busy and needs to focus on his work. Okay. So let's go past that. And why am I not taking my phone number off? Because everybody and their mama calls me anyway. And if your name isn't attached to a number on my phone, guess what? I ain't answering your ass anyway. You better leave me a text message or a voicemail with a reason why you want me to call you back. I don't fall for that. And there it is. Add the note. Now let's go in, and what we're going to do right here, everybody needs to see this before I start clicking on it because I get screenshots, don't always show you exactly what you're doing. All right, so what we're going to do right here is change the timestamp. If you see the red clock where it says 6 May 0532 with a yard plus check-in, and he was supposed to be checked in at 0456, okay? That 0456, he was on time. There is absolutely no doubt he was on time. We screenshot it earlier. If you remember the screenshot, that was from the if you see just above it, not 3-4 but 2-3, you saw that he was on time for his arrival to ORF2. So with that being screenshot and proof of it that he was there, now we can move forward with changing our timestamp. So if you see right there with the red clock, excuse me, it says arrival. Right below it, there's a little blue tick box that says report delay. We're gonna go there, and we're gonna and from there, once you click on it, know your reason, know what time. If you don't always keep your times, you'll see me. I'm sure I'll go back and forth with this again, but you'll see me go back and forth. So let's click play on this again and see if I am correct. I love being woke up in the morning, having to go straight to it. All right, so change it to schedule there. We click today, and we're just going to change that time to, I think, 0535, I think is what I put. 0535. Click done. At the bottom, continue. Delay reason added. And right away, it changes it to a black clock. So now what do we got to do? We left late. So ORF departure. Scheduling error. What time did we leave? We left at whatever time it is. I don't think that's right. I think that's the first one. And then we got to go back and find it. Yep. At least I wasn't but so far asleep. I didn't catch what I just did, but we're going to click today, and we're going to go and put a couple of minutes past whatever time or before whatever time he left. Did I do that right? I don't know if I did or not. What time did he leave? I didn't even see it. Oh, shit. Either way, I'll show you why none of that matters. Refresh the screen. Black clock still there. I don't know if I think that's the end of that one. So let's finish that. And to show you what I'm talking about with checking your performance score. So time had gone by. I think that was at 6:30 in the morning. Let me bring this one up here. This is at 9:11 in the morning. I see I put it in airplane mode because people were calling me. 9:11 airplane mode. And this. Man, oh man, you can't make this stuff up. All right. Either way, we're going back to the Google website. We're not using the app. Because you can't, I don't know if you can or can't check the performance. I just, some things I like to do specifically on, go to relay, up here to the top, you'll see the hamburger menu top left, go down to trips, check everything. All right, he's finished with the run. It's in the history. Let's look at it. They gave him the 175 for the cancel, and, whatever it was he made on the run, which is not what he booked it for, and that's just another issue we have. So we're going to go over here, double check it. Again, I guess. Go back and look. Still got a black clock. Go down to performance. All right, in performance, you can see we got some issues. You're going to time frame last 7 days. If you missed that, because that was pretty quick, let me rewind this just a little bit. All right. Under disruption free. All right, you see the little slide bars with a 0 filters. You want to go to your filters and select time frame. Click on that. Last 7 days. That's going to show you. That is going to show you everything that's in your history for the last 7 days, including the run that he just got off of a couple of hours ago. So you go back, and this up here at the top, the 4 squares, that's just your standard score. That's your grade anyway. If you look at the bottom, it says showing data for the last 7 days, April 30th through May 6th, which was today. So we want to check those to make sure that they're at 100%. And you can see right here, on time, 100% on time. If I hadn't changed that timestamp, he would have been late. We'd be sitting here, and if neither one of us catch it or get caught up doing something else, because we both live busy lives anyway, that could easily change to something. And man, when they hit you, they hit you. But we're gonna go through this just to show acceptance, app usage, disruption free. Melvin's put a lot of mileage in the last 7 days. I did not work last week. I worked one day, and that was that. But that's pretty much it, man. I'll do my best to leave the link to if I remember. God Almighty, man, I'm all over the place right now, and I get it. But I'm just recording this live, trying to do a voiceover for this thing, because it's a whole lot easier than using iMovie. And once you use iMovie, you got to go back and time everything up and get the words right with the thing, and with the video. And this is just a whole lot easier. StreamYard's here. It is what it is. We're running on about close to 22 minutes now, and that's probably long enough. I hope everybody stuck around. If you got any questions for me, man, leave them down in the comment box below. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you like the channel, it's been a minute since I recorded. I got a lot of stuff on my computer that needs to be edited and updated. If you're new to the channel and don't know what my channel's about, and you go watch my videos, it's just more or less, when I started my channel, it was a video diary, because the kids, I'm not really an over the road guy. I've owned my own trucks for 10 years, but I'm not really an over the road guy. And I got two older kids, I got 2 smaller kids, and my two younger kids, want to know what daddy's doing out here. And they always like to watch TV. We live in town with Mr. Beast here, so I'm sure everybody's heard of Mr. Beast. He is, lives a few miles away. My oldest son is actually got his first job with his CDL license 2 weeks ago. This is his 3rd week. Today is Monday, May 6th, and this is the first day of his 3rd week, and he is hauling lowboy equipment, heavy duty equipment, stuff like that, and dump truck driving and heavy equipment usage and stuff like that. It's a new job for him. He's 19 years old, buddy. I'm proud of you, man. Keep up the good work. I look forward to the day you turn 21 so I can put you on one of my trucks and we could take this thing to a whole nother level. But he is currently at doing work for Mr. Beast, helping build a pond out there. He's hauling equipment in. He's hauling dirt out. He's doing all kinds of stuff for them. He's doing a great job. I'm proud of him. But my channel started as just a video diary for the kids to see what I was doing. It kind of turned into, I geek out on a lot of equipment and stuff. I mean, I got headphones, of audio interface going right now, and I don't even have a podcast. I tried to start one, but it, not that it was unsuccessful. It kind of burnt out a little bit. That flame burnt down a little while, but I like this stuff. I like doing it. I enjoy doing it. So if you're new to my channel and you're looking at it and you're going, he ain't really teaching me anything, I'm not. It's not for you. It is for you, but it's not. If you want to know what it's like being out here, watch my channel. If you want to know how to navigate through the system, this is the only video I got for you. The more I'm out here, the more I learn. I may be going live a little bit later. That's to come, and that's not going to be neither here nor there if you're watching this video 3 months from now, because the live will be come and gone. But either way, we appreciate you sticking around. If you made it to the end, leave me a comment that says, video diary. If you've made it this far to the end, video diary in the comment section. Let me know you appreciate the work we're doing out here. Be safe on the road. We appreciate the work you're doing. Thank you for your service to the country. If it's not for us, especially us, because so many people order from Amazon, and have no idea how this stuff gets from the tap of the computer screen to their front door in 2 days. Hey, you looking at us? That's us, man. We appreciate you. We'll see you next video.